Okay, whoa. You gotta bring that shit back.
It's good to have you with us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the GoldenBaby channel. Today we got to get into this Saweetie and Quavo breakup. Now, some of you may have already heard what happened, but I'm going to give you a different perspective and my opinion, as well as some key points that others may be missing. Now, I've seen people allude to how they think these two got together. I see people saying that she was a gold digger looking for her next hit. I see people saying that she was a video girl and she met Quavo during a video shoot. But y'all know I got to tell y'all what it really is and what's really going on. So according to Saweetie, she's always been a fan of Quavo and always had a celebrity crush on him. And she says they would bump into each other from time to time, which makes sense because Saweetie made her name in the rap game in 2017 with Icy Girl, as well as she has a couple of well-known celebrity family members, and she went to school at USC in LA. So it makes sense that she would have access to certain areas and events where she might see a wild Migo in his natural habitat. But it seems like it was more of a situation to where she just kind of saw him around rather than the two actually bumping into each other, because he says that when he came across Saweetie's Instagram, he didn't know who she was. But either way, he did find Saweetie and liked her vibe, so he dropped into her DMs with a snowflake emoji, and from there, the two went out on their first date to a steakhouse in Atlanta, and then he took her to Magic City where a fight broke out. When people started throwing hands in the club, Quavo completely abandoned his date. He says, "I didn't know if it was on some gang stuff, so I was like, let's get to the car. All this time, I forget I'm having a date. She catches up and cussed me out in front of Magic City." He also revealed that the two of them got intimate on the same night and haven't looked back since. Now, remember the story of how they got together, because we will touch on that more later on in the video. But then Saweetie showed up in Quavo's Workin' Me video, which sparked dating rumors, and soon after that, the two made it public and they have been relationship goals ever since. Many people thought that they had the perfect relationship because, unlike his cousin, Quavo wasn't publicly known to cheat. Publicly, that is. Now, almost 3 years after the couple got together, here we go running into problems leading to the grand finale of this relationship. And it started publicly when Saweetie made an appearance on her ex-boyfriend Justin Combs' podcast. The energy in these clips are definitely a bit awkward and Saweetie was on go. Take a look.
I've always been in a relationship.
No,
I've always been in a relationship. Faithful, cancer shit.
Cancer shit?
Yeah.
Ain't no other cancer in here. You fuck with cancer? Yeah. Why you fuck with cancer?
They just know how to treat you. They bring the good sides out of you.
Okay. So when did you meet a cancer in your life?
I think it's time to take a shot.
Oh!
Take a shot if you love yourself.
Take a shot.
You gotta set it up nice and cute.
Do y'all take y'all man shopping though? Like, he's supposed to just take y'all shopping? Like, do y'all get nice things or like?
Why do boyfriends want to be treated like girlfriends?
They gotta
be Take a shot.
Dang, boy, you pressing real hard right now.
Who, me?
Oh.
Nah, I'm just asking a question. I want to know.
Oh, it's
You're not
okay.
gonna answer?
She's ducking face.
Right,
You're not asking too hard. No, you don't believe that.
All right.
Saweetie expecting a child later this year or early 2022, respectfully. Tell us. Tell us, Queen. Tell us, Queen.
Ew, no. You gotta pay for that information.
If you're in a relationship and your man's doing everything he's supposed to, he respects you, he loves you, he's doing everything he's supposed to, and he asks for a threesome, and you get to choose anyone in the world to bring home for you and him.
Right.
Anyone. Who would it be to give your man and you your dream threesome? It's on you though.
No, I understand that, but because he's doing everything right, I'm going to give him the honor of picking the nigga who we gonna have a threesome with.
Now, this started a lot of conversation and a lot of backlash for Saweetie because social media wasn't here for how she showed up on her ex's show while still being in a relationship with Quavo. After all, this is one of rap's favorite couples. This led to Saweetie and Quavo unfollowing each other on social media, and due to the hate she was getting, Saweetie informed everyone via Twitter that she is single and revealed that Quavo had been cheating on her, to which Quavo did respond. Then Quavo's sister joined in, taking shots at Saweetie, but not without Saweetie's aunt Whitney coming to her defense. Remember, Whitney is Saweetie's aunt, but the two of them are very close and have more so like a best friend relationship rather than the traditional auntie-niece type of relationship, probably because Whitney is fairly young herself. Now, with all this being said, there's definitely faults on both ends of this relationship that we can see. Quavo has a history of very short-lived relationships and issues with infidelity. He's very much used to going from woman to woman after only a couple of months. Quavo's first girlfriend that we know of was Nakia Harris, whom he was in a relationship with during the time that the Migos really took off. The two even got engaged, but Nakia called off the engagement once she found out that Quavo was cheating on her with a model named Irene the Dream. Granted, Quavo was about 23 at the time and had just found fame, but that's still not an excuse to cheat. Enjoy your new lifestyle as a single man. Since then, Quavo has had short relationships with women such as Bernice Burgos, Nicki Minaj, Iggy Azalea, Chinese Kitty, and allegedly Karrueche Tran. Most of these women he also took to fancy restaurants and clubs, and none of these flings lasted more than a few months. Saweetie has also had her share of a few relationships and flings with men in the industry. She dated Keith Powers for some time, who she had known since they were kids. She of course dated Justin Combs and has hinted at possibly having a fling with Michael B. Jordan at some point as well.
We click like two old friends, yeah, it's some shit I can't describe. I do music, you ain't acting, so we keep that low profile.
So it's safe to say that Saweetie likes a certain kind of man who has some kind of status. But where I feel she went wrong when it comes to Quavo is allowing this man to take her to Magic City as part of their first date, and then being what he called intimate but could be taken as having sex on that very same night. She can do what she wants to do, but there are consequences to every decision. She did not allow herself to remove the title that Quavo had before seeing what he was really all about, before she dived all the way in with this man. In my opinion, putting two and two together, it seems to me that Saweetie was probably smitten with Quavo long before he even noticed who she was, even though, yeah, they probably had been in the same area at the same time on multiple occasions. Remember, at the time they got together, Saweetie was post Icy Girl, but pre My Type. So she had gained some traction, but she was not yet who we know her to be today. But after Saweetie's Instagram blew up off of Icy Girl, Quavo then came across her page and decided to shoot his shot, which wasn't very charming at all if you ask me. I mean, it's a damn snowflake. But he probably thought he was going to treat her like he did his previous women by taking her out to eat and to the club. Notice he said he forgot that he was on a date. If you're on a date with a woman and you're a man and a fight breaks out, one of the first things that you think about is the safety of you and your company, right? But that should tell you where his mind was at during that time. Maybe he ended up actually liking her and the two did have a genuine relationship despite many thinking that it was just for PR. But as Quavo said, Saweetie isn't who he thought she was. Saweetie has spoken a couple of times before about how she's not really the romantic one in the relationship. She doesn't really know how to show love in the same way that Quavo does. And that's something she's really had to learn in this relationship.
What's crazy is I think opposites do attract, and I think when he first met me, like the media didn't do a good well of prepping him for me. Sometimes he says I'm a lot, but then he met my family, and then once he met my family, it made a lot of sense. But I definitely think that opposites do attract. When it comes to opposites attract, like he's such a affectionate person and I'm not. But it's because of my upbringing. I never saw my parents together. My parents showed me tough love. So even you guys talking about it, I wanna see it because I wasn't taught that and I didn't see that growing up. But he teaches me how to love because we couldn't have been two people together who didn't know how to express or show love. Otherwise, it would like he's taught me how to love. And I know it's the roles are reversed because he's the man and I'm the woman, but I have like two really tough parents and not that expressive. So I had communication issues, a lot of pride when it came to expression. So it's just he's taught me how to love.
So for whatever problems Quavo may have had with Saweetie, he did the only thing he's accustomed to doing, which is cheating and moving around with multiple women. Even if Saweetie wasn't who he thought she was, that's not an excuse to cheat. So before I close out this video, I wanted to point out what I found some men to be saying on the internet. And all this is in addition to many people questioning how Saweetie grew up and then left him, claiming she just wanted gifts and money. So some weirdo said, Saweetie, you just have to accept that every man has to sleep around. We can't help it. Leaving Quavo won't solve anything. The next man will do the same thing. Embrace man's nature and save your relationship. Men will always be men. A trying man is better. No man is faithful. Just try, stick with him, and I believe he will surely change with time. Just be patient, because life ain't Hollywood movies, and men always cheat. Just keep praying for him and give him the respect. I can't believe you would break the trust you had with Quavo. Why the F you have to catch him cheating? Relationships are about trust. You shouldn't have been snooping. MFers act surprised that rich men don't lose their minds over vaginas. SMH. Who is Saweetie to Quavo? She bad to us. She just another woman to him. Y'all gotta understand, it's levels and leagues to this. Just because they are in a similar league don't mean he gotta act right. Be easy. Honestly, these people are fucking crazy. I don't even want to spend too much time talking about these trolls and these weirdos in Saweetie's replies, but for those of you who are confused on why people keep saying Saweetie deserves better, it's not just because of the issues she had with Quavo, because sure, we don't know her side of the things that she may have done wrong either. However, the way that people are going in on Saweetie about this whole thing is ridiculous, and that she doesn't deserve. Of course, as soon as a woman decides she wants to choose better for herself, she's in the wrong on all accounts. She's had a hidden agenda. She used him. She should take him back and realize that's just how men are, all that and blah, blah, blah. But let's be honest here. Migos aren't what they used to be. Versace popped off in 2013. And that's not to say that they aren't somewhat still successful, but the new wave of artists is here. And if anything, Saweetie is a newer face. She may not be top 3, but she's a popular personality with multiple bags and has her own clout. I don't know why people think women are the only ones who can gain something from a relationship. It is possible that Saweetie did stay for some of the gifts and items she received, but let's not act like she doesn't also have her own money, and let's not act like Quavo is this big wealthy man. When Migos gets paid, they have to split that money 3 ways, and he doesn't have much going on for himself individually. Also, Saweetie has no issue getting around in the industry to find her another man of the same or higher caliber, and she fits society's standards of beauty, so she wouldn't have any issue getting those same gifts from somebody else. So for that reason, I don't think that she stayed for the materialistic things, even though she mentally had checked out. I think she probably was just going through the motions because she was used to being with this man, and that leads me to believe that this was an actual real relationship and not just PR. And at the end of the day, people get together, they break up, they might get together again, might not. It is what it is. We never know the full story behind these people's relationships, and that's why you should have your own relationship goals rather than living vicariously through these celebrities. So drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Have you ever been in a situation like this, and what was your experience? Be sure to leave your opinions down below. All right, that's it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.